to 11 facts about animal testing, it says over 100 million animals are burned, crippled, poisoned, and abused in U.S. labs every year. Over 115 million animals are used for different types of testing. They use different animals such as rats, dogs, and sheep, but all of them are neglected and tortured every day. They are used for cosmetic testing and testing new drugs and medicine. Even if they live through all this testing, they are still psychologically scarred. Therefore, animal testing should be illegal because it is not fair for the animal. Today, I will explain why animal testing is wrong and should be illegal. First, we will go over how animals are neglected. Then we will discuss how animal tests are not always accurate. And to end, we will discuss other methods of testing that can be used. The first reason why animal testing should be illegal is because of how the animals are neglected. In my interview with Vicki Osher, our high school science teacher, she said the animals that are used for testing are not treated properly, and that is one of people's main concerns with animal testing. People think that animal testing is a necessary thing to make human life better. That does not mean that animals must be treated unkindly. In many labs, animals are just thrown into a cage after testing and left alone, and they become scared of people whenever they come close to the cage. Many animals are harmed and still put through testing, and they are just forced to suffer through the pain. Afterwards, they are not given any help or care to make them comfortable. Another reason why animal testing should be illegal is because it is not always accurate on humans. According to Kathy Archibald and Robert Coleman, currently 92% of new drugs fail clinical trials even though they have successfully passed animal tests. Even though they worked on animals, it still didn't work on a human because they are different and they will react to the same drug differently. Archibald and Coleman's article says new tests based on human biology can predict many adverse reactions that animal tests fail to do, and could, for example, have detected the risk signals produced by Vioxx, which in animal studies appeared to be safe and even beneficial to the heart. This just goes to show how different animals and humans are, and that animal testing is not always accurate. In animal testing, they start with rats to see how it works on the rats. Then they will move to a bigger animal, like a cat, and see how it affects them. Then they move to a dog and see how it affects an even bigger animal. They then presume that it will work on humans because it worked on a monkey. Even though monkeys are the closest related animal to a human, it still didn't work. The last reason why animal testing should be illegal is because there are other methods of testing that could be used. Researchers are coming up with new methods because they are starting to realize that animal testing does not always work. One thing they are trying to use are human cells and tissue tests to test the new medicines. This is called the in vitro method. It doesn't harm any humans or animals, and it is more accurate than animal testing. They are also using computer models known as in silico method, but this is not always accurate, and it is still in the process of being developed. Another method is human volunteers. According to the article, Alternatives to Animal Testing, it said volunteers are given an extremely small, one-time drug dose, and sophisticated imaging techniques are used to monitor how the drug behaves in the body. This allows researchers to see how drugs would affect human bodies if they are given this drug, and it is the most accurate result that is possible. Today you have heard about why animal testing should be illegal. There are probably many reasons as to why animal testing should be legal, but the reasons why it should be illegal outweigh the ones why it should be legal. As I already told you, other forms of testing that are more accurate are becoming developed, and they don't harm any animals or people in the process. So the next time you buy personal hygiene products, makeup, or medicine, make sure it is cruelty-free.